Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Kind of like I've seen a lot of people over the last day or so, I guess having some of this downtime with, us having to kind of separate and self-quarantine and all that good stuff. It's given some people a little more time to make more videos since you're kind of locked in the house. So I'm kind of, for lack of better terms, taking advantage of that time as well and just kind of looking forward to doing some more videos, responding to some more contests and threads, and maybe throwing up one or two of my own, like this one that I've been intending to do for quite some time. But yeah, as I said, I've seen a lot of people posting, and Billy Hirsch has put up a cool video a little while ago where, he hasn't done any type of guitar covers where he's performed or whatever, and I think it was a Merle Haggard one he did this morning. So, that was kind of cool to see, and yeah, just wanted to kind of jump up here and do a somewhat of a gimme five. I guess not so much of a thread, but kind of a gimme five. And one thing I do want to mention too, because like Billy kind of mentioned this video, so I wanted to kind of mention it in mine, and hopefully we all just kind of, maybe just little reminders to each other as we all do videos now. Maybe everyone kind of just mentioning it, but you know, definitely some tough stuff that we're dealing with right now, and definitely want to kind of stay safe and take care of yourselves, and to try to get through this the best way, quickest way that we possibly can. But it's kind of, as Billy mentioned in his video too, let's us also make sure that we're also taking care of each other. Looking out for your neighbors. Doing whatever things you can to just to help out your neighbor in whatever way that you can. So I think that's definitely an important thing, and one of the things that makes me love what we can do as Americans when we actually decide to put our heads together and kind of put our minds together and really work and take care of each other. I mean, it's amazing how so many people from so many different backgrounds with so many different beliefs can come together and do some amazing things when we decide to do it. And I think this is kind of one of those times. So, look out for people as much as you can, whether it's small or big. You know, like for example, like one of the small things that I did was I have one of my neighbors who's kind of elderly, and I just let them know. It's like, hey, if you need supplies, stuff from the store, that type of stuff, let me know, and I'll be happy to go get it for you. So you don't have to go out and expose yourself any more than you have to. And I have like an extra box of wipes that I bought, so if they did need anything and I got it, I could kind of wipe it off and disinfect it and everything before actually, putting it inside their home. So, just small things like that. It hasn't been any big issue whatsoever, but so let's just look out for each other like that, and we'll get through this, and hopefully we'll get through it quick, and to some degree, a few months from now, it'll feel more like a time off of work and not a pandemic that we went through. Hopefully, wishful thinking, but we'll get through it. But in the meantime, let's entertain each other a little bit, and this is going to be a gimme five thread, or just gimme five, I guess, which I'm not sure has been done before. Again, been 10 plus years of VC videos and thousands and thousands and thousands of them I haven't seen, so maybe it has, but let me know if you've seen it before or not. But we've done like some of your favorite covers. We've had that question a few times, but now let's kind of take that and put it in reverse. So now what I want you to do is give me 5 songs that you would love to hear covered by another band. Has never been covered. That band's never thought about it. It's never been mentioned. It's just something inside of you feels, gosh, I would love if this band covered that song. It's just something about that just seems like it would be right, and I would love to hear that, hear what that would come out to be like. All right, so that's to give me 5. So I figure with most people that are, kind of just passive music listeners, that might be a question that wouldn't even begin to come up with answers. But you musically obsessed freaks here in the VC, I know your minds work like that all the time, so I'm very curious to hear what your answers are. Whole different breed of people here in the VC for sure, which is why I like being here, because I don't feel out of place. So let's just kind of jump right into it. So again, I picked 5. I think I actually came up with like 11. but I narrowed it down to five. So the first one I'm going to go with is off of this one right here, which is REM, Fables of the Construction. I think this is 1985, somewhere around there when this came out. But anyway, it's the song Feeling Gravity Pull is the song off of this album. And I would love to hear Iron Maiden do a cover of that REM track. And again, when I'm saying do a cover, of course, with everything I mentioned here, I'm talking about the artist I'm saying to do the cover to completely do it in their style, you know, not just taking it note for note off of whatever. So it's just something about it. When I listen to that song, I just always felt that, man, if it just had a little Iron Maiden gallop to it, you know, and of course the big sound of Iron Maiden, if it with the dual guitars, if it just had Bruce Dickinson soaring vocals, like that is just an Iron Maiden song. So that's pick number one, Feeling Gravity Pull by REM. And again, maybe take a listen to these and let me know if you can hear that connection that I'm talking about. Again, not if you like the song or not, but if you can hear the elements that the band could pull to make it make it their own. The next one is off of this album here, which is Southern Accents by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which is actually a VCLT piece from Billy Hurst again. But yeah, it's the song It Ain't Nothing to Me. And that's a song that I would love to hear Prince. And as much as I don't like live versions of most things, I would love to hear Prince do a live cover of that song. I just think there's so many elements to that if Prince did it his way, would just take it to a whole nother level. So again, I would love to hear him do a cover of that song. The next one here, kind of interesting, I think. Coldplay. And it's the song Warning Sign, which is actually one of my favorite songs by Coldplay. But I would love to hear Pink Floyd, with David Gilmour at the helm, doing a cover of Warning Sign by Coldplay. I just think Pink Floyd could do some amazing stuff with that. And again, it's already a fantastic song. The next one here, I think, is really kind of a good indication of why I love this artist so much. But it's Carly Simon, and it's her album Come Upstairs from 1980, I think. And there's actually two on here. I mean, I pulled it out to pick one, but when I was, pulling it out for the video and I was thinking about it, it was actually a second one that I could pull off of this as well. But for my pick, it's the song Stardust. And I don't know if you know that song by her or not, but that is so an early Kiss song. Oh my gosh. I mean, that song could have easily been on one of the first 3 or 4 Kiss albums. It just has everything that's Kiss, quite frankly. I mean, there's just no other way to listen to it. When you do hear it, I mean, it's so easy to hear Paul Stanley's vocals, like what he would do with it, and just the whole nature of Kiss, quite frankly. So, matter of fact, I remember when I first heard the song, this is a while ago, of course, but I remember thinking, like, is that a Kiss cover? Like, is she... So I opened up the record and looked at the credits and, to see who was written by, and it said all songs written by Carly Simon and it's another guy's name, I can't remember. But I was like, oh my gosh, that totally sounds like she snuck into a recording studio and stole a song off of Kiss, a Kiss desk, like literally just grabbed the papers and ran and then went and recorded herself. So Stardust for Carly Simon, covered by Kiss. And another one that you could actually add on there too, because this was actually a close second for me, is on side 2. There's a song called In Pain that she does. And that to me could easily be, of course you have to go back to early mid-80s, a Motley Crue cover. If Motley Crue was putting out an album and once again, they needed, You know, they had back in that day, the formula was you had the hit, and then you had some type of like ballad that usually had to follow. That was kind of the hair metal formula that was used all the time. In Pain could have been a fantastic Motley Crue type of ballad cover that they could have done back in the 80s. Now again, like I say, if you go listen to it, you have to imagine Motley Crue doing it Motley Crue's way. And I think that'd fit well. But yeah, Stardust is definitely the one I'm going with off of there. And please take a listen to that song and tell me if you hear Kiss inside of it. All right, and last but not least, going over here to Nina. You guys know this album pretty well. You know, 99 Left Balloons, Red Balloons, depending on which version you're listening to, was the big major hit off of this album. But overall, it is a pretty solid album. I said a lot of her albums are actually. It's just, you know, just nothing was ever quite as popular. But there was one song on here, and let me look at it because I know I always screw up the pronunciation. I probably will again. Knock in the mo. I think it's how's at least how it's spelled. Knock Animal. But yeah, every time I hear that song, I hear AC/DC. Every time I listen to it, I'm just like, if AC/DC took it, did their AC/DC thing to it, it would have been a killer track. So that's the last one on my would love to see cover list. So there you go. 5 songs that I would love to hear covered by other bands. That's the list I came up with. And yeah, again, I'd be very curious to hear some other people maybe kind of share, come up with some answers for that too. So if you do have anything that pops up, please share it with me. And as always, thanks for watching, VC. Be safe out there, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.